Hello, today we are going to talk about tattoos. The history of tattoos, the meaning of tattoos, how tattoos are done, and why the people do tattoos. Today we are going to talk uh, with my partners, and in statistics we are going to talk about central tendency measures. I'm going to summarize you what is the central tendency measures so you can understand it better. Central tendency measures are statistical measures that summarize a set of values in just one value. The most widely used of central tendency measures are mean, median, and mode. When you understand this, you will understand better all. One day I was walking when I found that two people were doing them tattoos. So I do a survey to these people to know to know where these people were getting tattoos. And here are the results. 10% of the people do tattoos just for fashion. And I don't think this is very well, but if you want to do it for fashion, it's okay. 7% of people do it because recommendation. 20% of the people do tattoos for remember someone, or 7% of the people do tattoos for remembering someone special, or for I don't know, grandma dead, something like that. 36% of the people do this to mark a age, like this year I did this, so I'm going to tattoo this, and it's why the 36% of the people are tattooed. 3% of the people do tattoos for reveal of his fathers, and the other 37% do the tattoos to express something. We ask these people the age of these people they get the tattoos, and here are the results. From 10 to 15 years are 10%. To 15 to 20 or the 73% of the people, and the rest is between 20 and 25. That this is the 37%. We also ask them if they feel included for having tattoos, and the 37% of the people say that yes. The other 20% of the people do not feel included because just having tattoos, and the other 43% prefer do not answer. But we also have the people that are excluded just for having tattoos. On these people, and here are the result of these people. 70% of the people do not feel excluded by having tattoos. The 37% feel excluded by having tattoos, and the other 30% don't want to answer us. I hope you have a nice day, and I pass you with my friend Maximiliano.
Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk in the signature of Spanish of the hidden meaning of tattoos and personality traits that define people with tattoos. Tattoos are more fashionable than ever today. 1 in 10 people carries one on their body, and if we focus on the segment that goes from 18 to 29 years old, the percentage shoots up to 26%, a very high figure that indicates that is something that has crossed borders and social classes. Another very different matter is that everyone knows that they have tattooed. The origin of some of the most popular designs is on many occasions somewhat murky. In other cases, it hides a somewhat different symbolism that previously taught. Now you can know what is hidden behind the most popular tattoos. Perhaps you think better of it when it comes to doing the next one. Some examples of this can be the next. Anchor, popular for sailors and that people, meaning a choice for sailors from all over the world, Popeye included. The anchor and other variations had a use to identify the drowned sailors after a supposed shipwreck. About 90% of the sailors wore it. Mother's Love, popular with protagonists of cinema kinky. The meaning of this is this phrase, traditionally and already in disuse, offered no greater mysteries. He used to be chosen by sailors, prisoners, or immigrants who would be slow to see his beloved mother again. And this tattoo can be used for her two parents or only to her dad. The Rose. The popular people who use this is the girls of all kinds. The meaning of this is the rose is always associated with love and sex. From the time Aphrodite that was depicted with a rose. In addition to the beauty of the flower itself, it usually symbolizes the desire to be loved. 1 or 2 tears. Popular with El Cuervo. El Cuervo fans. The meaning of this is common among gods from all over the world. They usually get tattoos to remember the death or the suffering of a loved one. The tear that never stops falling. This was the case in the case of Amy Winehouse, who wore one to remember the passage of her husband in prison, or Johnny the Tear. This is even more refined among the gangs in the USA. The empty tear again indicates effectively the death of the partner. But if it's filled, it means that his death has been avenged. Spiderweb. Popular with Spider-Man readers. Meaning, again, this design is born in jail that as indicative of the prison season. Watch out and dangerous among people of order can show some guilt for some kind of mistake in the past. A tangled life like a cobweb. Schools, popular in rockers and bikers. The meaning of this is, initially, it used to indicate that an inmate had spent time in prison for manslaughter. But the school is a universal symbol that ended up becoming popular with everyone. Today it indicates a desire for respect, just as death is respect. They were popularized by motorcycle gangs, whose names are iconography usually include allusions to schools, death, or hell. Dolphin. It's popular girls like a little hippie, meaning dolphins can contain several meanings, but on many occasions they can speak of the person's perception who is carrying the drawing. A dolphin is a creature that lives between two worlds, and perhaps this is how the tattoo looks like himself. The number 13, popular in inmates, clueless hipsters, meaning since It is a number that is normally considered to attract bad luck. It is used to show a certain amount of bravado, irreverence. But if it became popular, it was thanks to mafias in northern Mexico who used it itself. Those in the south of the country opted for 14.
Okay, quick history. During the Holocaust, all prisoners in concentration camps were tattooed within the same complex in the Auschwitz concentration camp, that is the Auschwitz 1, 2, and 3. All prisoners have a serial number in her arm. And all prisoners select the ward were given a serial number. Those who were sent directly to the gas chambers were not registered or tattooed. In Italian prison, who were in the hospital or were to be executed were marked by the SS authorities with the camp's serial number. Identify the people with the number that they have in their arm or in other part, and they give to identify the bodies after their clothing was removed, in order or identify the bodies or register prison in the SS authority start to tattoo price. And now we artistica. Well, the tattoo process is too simple. Sign is almost no science. In the first steps, the place need to be disinfected and everything is organized. Then, in the second step, can see how you organize the machine that contains new and disinfect the needles. The third is see where tattoo is going to be and clean the part of the skin where tattoo is going to be done. Then they prepare the colors that the people should and can already be yellow, red, and etc. In the 5th step, the one who is going to do a tattoo prepares the temple and space, that place where the person wants the tattoo. And finally, they calibrate the machine and start tattooing.